Wound up in mental institutions because of many of the things they write in this building here.
Everything started about our...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
El Museo Warren.
Perhaps the most haunted area in the world. That's what I would say.
I would say that it is one of the most haunted areas.
I'm Lorraine Warren, and this is my home. We've lived here, I guess about 40 years now. This is where everything started. Everything started about our work.
How about this organ right here? That's an interesting piece.
I didn't know.
That was in the most haunted house in all of New England, which was a gentleman had purchased it. He collected organs, but when it started playing on its own, he wanted to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And he called me up and told me where it came from. Mm-hmm. And he'd like to get rid of it, so I took it. And we've heard this organ play, strains of it, coming up through the passageway, the stairs.
In here?
You notice there's a mask here. It's a typical Halloween mask.
Right.
But the problem with this is that many people buy these masks, and they use them actually in black magic. This one was put on a person's head. They looked into a mirror. They took the mask off, and they visualized themselves as looking like this. They created a physical manifestation of it. That's a magic mirror that a gentleman used in New Jersey to conjure up spirits. That mirror, as we know, is a reflection of spirits. Okay. Ghosts, apparitions, demons, devils can reflect their images on a shiny surface very easily. Mm-hmm. This was used for that purpose, only the man who did the conjuring, unfortunately, today is in the mental. Okay. Many of the objects in this room here have had dire effects on people. People have been maimed, have been killed. People have wound up in mental institutions because of many of the things they write in this building here. Mm-hmm. You have the voodoo dolls, you have the Raggedy Ann doll, which was responsible for the death of a young man who came in here one time, who challenged the doll to do its worst, and it did. Then you have a detective who was almost killed right in this room that we're standing in, and a priest. That's probably the worst thing we have in this whole museum. That Raggedy Ann doll was given to a nurse in 1970 by her mother as a Christmas present. Mm-hmm. But as most girls do, even 28 years old, she would take the doll to bed with her, wrap her arm around, and go to sleep. I do the same thing with a pillow. But then she started taking it to the breakfast nook, where the arms one morning went onto the table. Mm-hmm. Now, she lived with another nurse, and they shared the expenses of the apartment, which was 4 blocks away from Hartford Hospital.
Right.
At that point, they told the girls about the incident, and one said, "I know a medium." So they held a seance that night. Mm-hmm. That was the beginning of many seances with this doll. They would come home at night, and the woman had told them, the medium, that there was a spirit of a 6-year-old child in the doll by the name of Annabelle, who had been killed outside of their apartment house in an automobile accident. Mm-hmm. Well, there was such a child, but God does not allow a child spirit to go into a doll. This was a devil, a demon, inside the doll, which was impersonating the...
I'm falling, so I'm taking